Hi everyone. So this review may not go down well with some people. Probably not going to go down well with Queen fans. We're talking about Queen Sheer Heart Attack. I just picked this one up few days before I'm doing a review on this one. I've actually listened to it quite a bit. Uh, Me and my buddy Pat were at the music store. We're Sunrise Records. 2 for 25. I picked up this one and A Day at the Races, which will be coming, but I haven't listened to it yet, so we're not ready to review it. This one I've listened to, like I said, quite a few times already, and I've really made my opinion on it. And uh, compared to the other studio album, not greatest hit or not live album that I've covered, the one other studio album I own, which is News of the World, this sucks. All right. There are some good tunes on here. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Uh, for starters, you have Killer Queen, fantastic. Stone Cold Crazy, fantastic. Those are the two big tracks off this one. Sorry, Brighton Rock, which starts the album as well, I guess was a bigger tune too. When you get outside of those songs, it really gets a little. I'm just gonna get into this. All right, so Brighton Rock opens up the album. I've never been a fan of this song. I don't have a good reason for it. Other than it always makes me think of Keep Yourself Alive, which I know I came later than this, but that's what I'd much rather listen to. This song, even on Queen Live Killers, if I remember correctly, it was used to start off Queen Live Killers, and it just not a whole lot going on in there for me. Killer Queen, love, great song, fantastic song. Uh, Realistically, even if it wasn't on this album, if it was on any other album, it's a song that would still shine and pop out. It is just a really, really good song. I love the effects that they weren't afraid to put on the vocals. Like Freddie Mercury obviously does not need vocal effects, but putting that little, I'm not sure if it's a phaser or if it's a flange they're putting on it. But just that little bit in there, just to give it that tweak and that pop, man, just really cherry works so well. All right, next track, Tenement Funster. I dig this track. I was having some fun with the track. Lyrically, it wasn't bad. Uh, the problem I've got is Tenement Funster goes so quickly into Flick of the Wrist that I didn't even realize it. And there's part of me that was wondering if this was supposed to be a concept album or they were kind of working towards a concept album and it kind of fell apart, or if this was supposed to be kind of part of a medley or whatnot. Because Tenement Funster flows directly, like without even a break or without even notice, into Flick of the Wrist. I wouldn't even realize they were two different songs. And then even that kind of flows pretty fast and seamlessly into Lily of the Valley, and then Now I'm Here. Um, Now I'm Here. Ooh, okay, so we got to talk about this one for a second. This is one of those ones. Just give me a second here. I got to pull up my Queen track listings here on my computer. This is one of those songs where I think for years I thought it was a different song. Because I have the Queen Greatest Hits album, the mauve colored one, and I believe I've even done a review for it. Now I'm Here's on that one, and for some reason, I always kind of, I don't know why, just associated it with other songs that aren't even on here, like Seven Seas Awry, which is way down lower. I And I really love the intro, the the call out and the echo and the panning from side to side and stuff like that. And then once it gets out of that, it kind of goes into a nice straight ahead kind of rock song. But that straight ahead rock song, in its own little way, kind of feels like it blends and disappears in this album. Like Now I'm Here, as I said, it's on Queen Greatest Hits. So, when I talk about at the beginning, when I said, it's got Killer Queen, it's got Stone Cold Crazy, and, I guess Brighton Rock, it's got Killer Queen and Stone Cold Crazy and, Brighton Rock and Now I'm Here. But, it's kind of like, I'm sure there are people that are huge fans of that song that right now are cursing me the hell out, and I'm okay with that. It's just, I think it's because of all the other songs on this album, it kind of loses its kick. Because after that, you're on to In the Lap of Gods, which meh. Then you got Stone Cold Crazy, man. I love Stone Cold Crazy, man. I absolutely love Stone Cold Crazy. Fantastic song. Don't care if it's the Metallica version or the Queen version. Love it the same either way, man. Just so rapid fire out there, man. Oh. Then you're into Dear Friends, Misfire. Bring Back That Leroy Brown. I hate the song. Oh my God. Oh, I hate this song so much. It reminds me so much of the that kid musical Bugsy. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is Bugsy? And I like that. My daughter was in that musical as a kid, and it's a great fun musical to go watch and fantastic time. But it's literally a kid's musical, and Bring Back That Leroy Brown really feels like it should just be kind of right in the middle of it, and it doesn't do anything for me. I'm also not a big fan of. To me, this sounds like ragtime, and I'm not a big fan of that ragtime kind of vibe to it and whatnot. It does not. It's never really done anything for me. Then the next track, She Makes Me, Stormtrooper and Stilettos. I got a buddy of mine, I think he said this was one of his favorite songs. So I was kind of looking forward to hearing this one, and it did nothing for me. And then that goes into the Lap of Gods Revisited, which is just, more of the same, sort of. It's not a bad album. I'm making it sound like it's a bad album. It's not a bad album. The problem is it's too light of an album, too musical. Like Bugsy, if I'm remembering correctly on the name of that one, the one with the big pie fight at the end of it and whatnot. It's really cute and whatnot. It's great for kids. But even other ones I've seen, like Showboat, I saw Showboat live. There's a few other ones in there I'm trying to think of. Going back even to like musicals like, oh man, West Side Story, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of musical inspiration in here. But unlike with, like, say, Alice Cooper with the musical inspiration, where they still add that rock edge to it, still give it that dark vibe, that edge. This is just really pure kind of musical kind of stuff to me. And I think a lot of people, not all people, a lot of people, like your average rock listener, the average person is like, oh yeah, I want to go check out Queen, man. I see that this album's got, a song that Metallica covered on it and was blisteringly fast and brutal. And all right, I'll go check out this. They'd be so sorely disappointed. Like if you seriously bought this album purely on Stone Cold Crazy, And the part that blows my mind the most about this is the album is called Sheer Heart Attack. But the song Sheer Heart Attack is on News of the World, which is an infinitely better album. Sheer Heart Attack had been actually on the album called Sheer Heart Attack, I think this would have been fantastic. I really think that that would help bring up this album a little bit more. I don't I don't know what the thought process was behind this one. I like Queen. I enjoy listening to Queen. But I would never call myself a Queen fan in the truest sense of fanatic. You know, I like Queen as in I'm a fan. I enjoy albums. I'll pick up albums and I'll enjoy albums with the, you know, cuts that are on there. You know, like I said, I love News of the World. I think it's a fantastic album. This one doesn't do it for me like News of the World does. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Am I being too hard on this album? You know, like I think this is for me. This is honestly just a personal preference album. You know, like it's my personal tastes that are kind of throwing this one off on this. It's just too showy and too should be on a Broadway stage and not enough should be out on a rock arena. You know, that's the way I'm going to put it. That's where it's kind of throwing me off. Let me know what you think. Those are the comment sections for down below. On your way down there, check out, there should be a couple links. If you can click on those, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, there's a like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. If you can please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 200 before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.